everyone, and welcome back to At Liberty Country. I am doing a video from my barn tonight because it is so miserably cold outside that I needed a windbreak. I can't do videos in my house. The acoustics are totally off and it sounds like I'm in a well for some reason. Don't ask me why. So I decided to come out here and do one. So if you hear chewing noises, that is the horses. They are having their dinner right now. It has been a very good year for country music. There has been a lot of really great songs released, a lot of really great albums released, and I thought I would just do a quick video with some of my personal favorites, what I think is the best of the year. As far as albums go, there are 4 albums that stick out to me. The first 2, I would say it's really hard to choose a first and a second with these 2 albums because they're both so good, but I decided to put in first place Randall King's Shot Glass. It has been a favorite since the first time I heard it. I have played it many times this year. The writing is great on it. The music is beautiful. He sounds great. And it's one of the best albums, not only of 2022, but probably the last decade. It is just that good. And then right behind that album, and I can't even say behind because it's such a good album that it stands on its own as well, is Matt Castillo's How the River Flows. I have probably listened to this album more than any other this year, if I'm being completely honest. And it's so good. Every single song is so good. He has one of the best voices I have heard, not just in country music, but in any genre ever. He has an amazing voice, great writing, great music, and I love that album. And then the next album would be Greetings from the Last Resort, Midland. The whole project has a very fun retro vibe to it. I love listening to it because it kind of makes me think of warmer weather. It feels like a very warm weather album, and right now, as cold as it is here, I will take anything warm weather or that remotely reminds me of warm weather. It has been so bitterly cold here. And it's just true Midland fashion, a lot of fun songs, great writing, great music, and they all sound so good together. And then the last album on this list is John Pardi's Mr. Saturday Night. This was released this past fall. A lot of fun songs, a lot of party songs, typical John Pardi style. A lot of fast-paced stuff, and just a great album all in all. I have loved listening to it, and just a lot of good songs on it. And then as far as the best songs of the year, there's about 8, I think, that immediately come to mind. The best song of the year, I called it back in the spring, and I am not changing my mind, is Randall King's Middle of Nowhere Church. I have played the hell out of this song. It is so beautiful, and it's one of my favorite songs of his ever, and it's just a favorite song in general of all time. It's so, so good. And then the next song on this list is Wild Palomino by the Zac Brown Band and Cody Johnson. I think this is one of those duets that it is quite literally a match made in heaven. They sound so good together. It is a beautifully traditional country song. There is nothing not country about it. The lyrics, the music, the way they sound together is so good. To me, it's probably one of the best duets I have ever heard. Next song is Give Me a Sunrise by Braxton Keith. I love this song because it's very, very visual. You can kind of picture each scene from the song. It has the music is very different, very country. He sounds really good. It was released fairly recently, last few months, but I have listened to it so many times already. It's just so good. And then next song after that would be probably Phones Don't Work by Wade Bowen. Great song. He sounds so good on it. He's probably one of my very favorite Texas country artists. He's got an awesome solo career. Then he does really awesome duo work with Randy Rogers. And of course, they're like my favorite duo of all time. But as a solo artist, he is amazing. And this song really shows off his talent and his voice really well. And then, let's see. I'm still cold. I'm in the barn, but I'm still cold. So give me a minute. I'm processing information in my head right now. Strange by Miranda Lambert. One of my favorite releases from her in a long time. She will always be one of my very favorite country artists. And I love this song because it's different. I've never heard anything that sounds like it. And I love the lyrics. And she sounds great on it. And then next song would be Better Than Your Memory by Hayden Haddock. Very, very traditional country. This is like kind of a fun honky-tonk song. Great music. He sounds so good on it. I have listened to it many times this year, and it's been definitely been a favorite. And then Leaving Since You Got Here by Matt Castillo. This song, it is one of the most well-written, prettiest songs I have ever heard at any point in time. It has become a top 10 favorite of all time for me because it is just that good. I could probably listen to that. There's not a lot of songs out there that I could listen to over and over again on repeat. This is one of them. And it's just, I love it so, so much. And then the last song on this list would be probably Neon Lightspeed by John Pardi. Really fun retro song, just great melody to it, and it is the best song off of this last album. And I love listening to it, and it's just so good. And, like I said, it's been a really, really good year for country music. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to mainstream country at this point anymore. Is some good music coming out of mainstream Nashville, but there's a lot of good music coming out of the independent Texas country, Rocky Mountain country. There's a lot out there that you might not necessarily hear on the radio, mainstream radio, but it's out there. It's really good, and country music is alive and well. You just have to know where to look. I want to thank everyone for being a part of this channel this year and tuning in and listening to me give my opinions. I truly appreciate the support. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year if I don't see you before then. Thank you. Bye.